Before we get started, if you'd like to support me and LT, we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/OSRS Trihards. We also have a way to support us via a one-time donation called Buy Me a Coffee. Visit buymeacoffee.com/Trihards. It's a fast, easy way to throw us a couple bucks if you like what you're hearing. Links are in the description of each episode. Thanks! Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters JayySlay, Sallamander, VsTheHighway, Mount Dewsgood, Budlight, Mike, OG Scuba, Tom, Blazer, Shayne, Seers, Tessa, Khoya, Denarune, and Shrek.
And a massive shout out to our TRIHARD Patreons, Awaik, Graham, Benjamin, Huge Baby, Corrid, Mythycle, and Crazyfast. A special thank you to Napn, CursedNibz, and Red Riot, our VIP Patreons. Thank you so much for your support, guys.
Hey, I'm Rob, aka Dream to Die.
I'm Arthur, aka LT Potato.
We're the Trihards.
And welcome to episode 47 of your favorite old school podcast. Rob, I have two words for you.
What's up?
Beach volleyball.
That sounds fun. When?
Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it is. I was watching it on the Olympics today, like just an hour ago.
Yeah?
They're playing it. Yeah, it was the U.S. versus the Canadians. And this is how, okay, I guess they were on commercial break. And when they came back from commercial break, the camera is zoomed in to one motherfucker sitting in the stands. The stands are empty, as are all sports events, it seems like, for the past year.
Right.
And do you know who this motherfucker is? And he's wearing his mask, and so you couldn't even tell who he is. Michael fucking Phelps.
Nice. That's awesome.
I mean, I don't know if it's a joke, it's a meme, what Michael Phelps is doing there. Is he just there to support? Does he know the ladies playing?
I don't know.
I don't get it. But Michael Phelps is there. He is in Tokyo.
Dude, speaking of the Olympics, I you know Katie Ledecky?
The name is familiar.
She's won a bunch of gold medals already for swimming for the U.S.
Sure. Okay,
She's like insane. She's the Michael Phelps of women swimmers.
I see.
But I watched an old video of her in high school.
Uh-huh.
Competing like some high school kids. Dude, it's so funny, dude. She
was in high school against other high schoolers.
Yeah, and it was like the one I watched was like when she set like the world record for like her age group or something for high school for the 500 meter freestyle.
Uh-huh.
Dude, she just wrecked, like lapped everybody, dude. Wow. It was so funny. It was just so funny to watch.
I guess that's got to be a thing on the Olympic stage. The difference between, her, if she's getting first place and second place, is just,
right,
half an arm's length at most, right?
I don't know, dude. No, not really. Not really.
There's gotta be.
She's that good.
Okay, maybe for
the
for the
world
women.
record. Yeah, the world record, the top 25 world times for that 200 meter freestyle. I think. She's every single one top 25.
Jeez.
Like she's a robot or something, dude. I don't know. It's crazy. But all right, let's get into the podcast.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have really anything to talk about this week. It's been none a lot's happened, right?
Nothing. It's as if there's just been a standstill.
No, guys. Okay. We have a ton to talk about. Jeez.
So the Summer Summit, which I don't even know if we mentioned last week, but that happened just earlier today.
Yep.
Today's Saturday, the 31st of July. We're going to dive into that. But first, we always start off with this. We want to thank Shrek.
Yes.
He donated 5 coffees through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much.
He said cheers, mate.
He said cheers, mate, which is not a totally irrelevant statement. He disclosed to us last night through Discord, and I want to get into that a little bit, but in Discord, he told us that he was born in Australia. So even though he's American, you'd think he's 100% American, which I guess he is, but he was born in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Shrek. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate
Mooney,
that.
Cool like Shrek.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I want to mention, last night, something very cool, interesting, new happened. I don't think it's ever really happened to this extent.
Right.
On our Discord, but we had like 4 or 5 of us, maybe even 6. We all hung out through voice chat cameras on, and pretty much only talked about IRL topics for a couple hours.
Yeah, he's talking about like movies and everything else under the sun. It was pretty cool. It was just like a little like a hangout sesh.
We hung out, and this felt normal. I felt like a normal human being for a little bit. I mean, we're so used to like get in voice chat and talk about RuneScape, and nerdy
one
talk.
Tick, 2 tick, 3 tick.
Yeah,
bullshit.
1 tick, 2 tick, suck my It just felt so normal. Can we please get more of that? Whoever wants to initiate this, just go. You have liberty and carte blanche, if that's the term. Just turn your cameras on, guys. I want to see your mugs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to put a face to people's names too. Like we had like Leak Rod in there. Shrek was in there. Me, LT, Rabbit. We had who else? Am I missing anybody? I'll feel bad if I am.
You probably are forgetting someone, you asshole, but that's okay. I can't think of it. I can't think of the person either.
we had a couple people in there without the face cams because we understand if you don't have it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were just drinking and taking shots and smoking.
I wasn't drinking. I'm still under the weather. I am getting over. I am drinking right now because
you are.
I am having a very light vodka ginger. Just gonna have the one. But in this thermos next to me, I've got a very yummy black tea with lemon and honey. So,
yeah, you were drinking yesterday too.
I was drinking tea yesterday, not alcohol.
Exactly. Yeah. You took some tea shots with us. Chased it with a pickle, of course, as you do.
Pickle. You gotta stay hydrated. Hydration is key. It's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So let's get into the meat here since we have so much going on.
Hold on. More IRL stuff.
Okay.
This is the last of it. Sorry, guys. Last night we recorded our third Patreon exclusive.
Yes.
The premise of that episode in particular was just all IRL.
It was like a Seinfeld episode, dude. Episode about nothing.
Yeah,
right?
It really was a show about nothing.
Yeah.
But it felt good. It always feels good to just not discuss RuneScape. So if you
discuss it a little bit, but yeah, we really tried not to. So
I think that's our goal, at least. So if you do like the sound of our voice and you do want to hear what we discuss that's not RuneScape related, consider supporting us on Patreon. Episodes are right there. And I guess you have access to all three of them once you sign up.
Yeah. Now? Summer
Okay.
Summit?
Yeah, I think now, yeah.
Like LT said, and I'm glad we pushed our podcast back so we record on Saturdays now where we wouldn't have had all of this, but we have a ton of stuff to talk about. Summer Summit, the mod stream was earlier today. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch the VOD on Twitch whenever I got home.
What is the Summer Summit? What was the purpose of them doing this?
It's just like a summer reveal mod stream where they can talk about cool things and hype up the game, and they have some membership deals going on, all that good stuff. So
yeah, and I think this is also their way of, because they're not having RuneFest every year, which I think takes place like in September. I don't know. And I think Rob and I would love to go maybe next year, 2022, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a whole nother year to fund it, dude.
That's right. Whole new year. And maybe we can fund it. Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe.
See, that's where they'll reveal a lot of these juicy things. So
agreed.
They had to do it via Twitch this year, which is fine. But yeah, 4 major things to talk about. The first one being Dead Man Mode.
You may take the reins on this?
Yeah, go for it.
So they're doing Dead Man Mode, but it's going to be different. They're calling it Dead Man Mode Reborn or Dead Man Reborn.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the same way as Dead Man was or has been, but there's some key changes to it. So first off, there's going to be like combat brackets. Well, first of all, let's just say what Dead Man Mode is. It's basically RuneScape, but you can only log in on specific worlds if you want to play on the account. XP is multiplied by 25. Is that right? For combat?
Up to 25. I mean, I don't think it's ever been that high.
Crazy. And it's just like PKing, like PvP everywhere. Anybody can attack you at any time, anywhere. They're also, basically that's the premise of it.
I guess in terms of the XP, it shares some similarities to Leagues. Leagues had all those relics, but I think that's kind of what they're going to introduce with this year's Dead Man Mode. Leagues is Iron Man based. Here you can trade. I don't know about you guys, but like for years before I even started my OSRS account, which was in 2018, in 15, 16, and 2017, I was in love with watching Dead Man Mode on YouTube. And I don't even know if I even had a Twitch account back then. Probably not. I would watch like Mika279 is a name that really pops up. He was like a top contender always for Dead Man Mode. Obviously Torvesta, obviously Solo Mission, Sea Engineer. That was the content I was absorbing for years before I even was playing old school.
Nice.
So as a hardcore Iron Man, quote unquote, I love this content. I eat it up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch. Really the best of the best get together and just fight it out. So really cool. But they did have some changes for this one here, and that's why they're calling it Dead Man Reborn. But just some things to make it smoother and to make it less of a headache. But first off, there's going to be combat brackets, and I can't remember the exact brackets, but it's like 1 to 35 or something is the first one, and that's like a world that you can go into. And then you have another world that you can go into once you get past 35, and that's like 35 to 70 or something, your combat level. And then another world after 70 plus is the last one.
Very cool how they did it that way. A big issue with Dead Man has always been what was called Clan Man mode. Clans, you just get piled on. If you aren't starting on minute 1, day 1 of release, you're already at a disadvantage. So this kind of puts things.
The worst thing is logging in as a level 3 and like a 126 just like pops you real quick.
Yeah, you do have an immunity period.
Right. Like
you do have that. There's going to be PJ timers. The amount that you are teleblocked for is even reduced.
Okay.
Drop rates are increased. I didn't read too much into it. I just watched the live stream, just kind of listened to it. But it almost seems like they're mixing a lot of like League's quality of life stuff, like drop rate multipliers, unlimited run energy, as like a relic, which in this case they're calling relic sigils.
Yes. So like LT just said, there's gonna be sigils when it comes to it. So there's gonna be skilling, PVM, and like utility sigils, and you can buy them through the GE. So they have 3 that obviously they're not gonna announce it all. Like kind of like Leagues, like you get there and you see what they got for you. But they did have 3 spoilers, and the first one's like Sigil of Stamina, so you're permanently under the effects of a stamina potion. Second one is like a combat one, so the first one is utility. Second one's combat, it's the Sigil of the Formidable Fighter. Melee accuracy is increased by +10 in stab, slash, and crush. And the third one is skilling, and that's you gain 50% more experience in the following skills and cut off, but it's like agility, like rune crafting, I'm sure. Some crafty
that's
skills.
awesome. How would you obtain these sigils? Like, obviously you can buy them, but what's the original source?
I think it's through drops, like rare drops. Like you can get specific weapons as well, Dead Man mode, like Varric's longsword.
Do you think
Vestus,
that kind
Vestus
of
longsword?
Do you think this is like not good because maybe Dead Man should be solely based on like your PvPing skill?
Well, so the thing they said is you can collect a bunch of different sigils, and you can change out different ones in a safe zone based on what you're doing. So if you're going out to go kill somebody, you just put on that combat sigil. If you're trying to train agility, you'll put on that skilling one, things like that. So I think it's interesting, and it's going to be fun to watch. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet.
I feel like people will still be at a bigger advantage than others. Maybe the ones who start, who are just very fast at progressing their account. Maybe they have the money somewhere to buy the best sigil for to meet their need.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just, but a lot of it's going to be RNG based as far as acquiring some sigil. Maybe you start a bit later, but you kill a certain monster and you get something, a sigil that you could then either sell or use for yourself. So,
right.
I guess it does add a bit of flexibility to the whole tournament.
Another thing they're doing is with Dead Man mode, you have 1 life usually. So if you die, you lose a lot of your bank, like 50% of your bank or something. And I think you start off as level 3, like you just start over. Pretty sure.
I know you can lock a few levels. You used to be able to lock a few levels in. Okay. That would be untouched. But if you died, those levels that were unlocked they were reset or significantly reduced.
Right.
Which
but
sucks.
this one, you have 3 lives. First life, if you get killed, not that big of a deal. You lose some of your bank. There's still the bank key and all that. The second life, if you get killed, you lose... What is it? Is it you lose like some combat stats as well, and then you lose obviously some of your bank. In the third life, you die basically. You start off level 3 again in Lumbridge.
Shit.
Your skills or skilling stays the same, but your combat stats are all down to 1 again, and you lose all your bank pretty much. So.
That's a little shitty. I guess just don't die, right?
Yeah, I mean you have 3 lives, so it's kind of nice as opposed to just 1.
Yeah, more of a chance. I mean, this is really going to put your PvP to the test. And just to clarify, this is 1v1. Like, you and your friends aren't going to just rush me and ruin my entire tournament, right?
If you go on a multi, then yeah. There's still multi-zones. But they are with singles. They're also doing singles plus, so you can always be taken off if you're attacking somebody. You can't box.
So multi is still gonna jack you up, though. So how do you survive? If you're a small fish, like, how are you...
You gotta go into multi sometimes, and that's just a game mechanic. You gotta go into multi sometimes. But what they did do, and what they're saying they're gonna do, is they took away like a dragon spear into multi. They probably still have dragon spears, but you can't spear into multi anymore. They're taking that away, so that's gonna be key. So you can always be very cognizant of where you're at, if it's multi, if it's singles, things like that. So a little more fair in that regard.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because I don't really, I never PvP, at least not seriously. So it's just this whole unknown realm, and my personal confidence in myself is 0 pretty much. Yeah. So this whole endeavor just seems daunting to start this account and then potentially die and lose not only my stuff but level progress. Yeah, it seems like a lot. But if this is your 24/7 every day, I guess you're more confident and in your abilities to either anti-PK or get the hell out, or be very aware of what's multi and what's not. And I'm pretty sure like it's as if you're in a PvP world, so you have to also know like where it's multi-combat within the map, like that little place between the Cook's Guild and Barb Village. That's multi, isn't it? I remember as a kid, like fighting there.
I don't know. I think so.
I remember like that being a hotspot. Like, so just being aware, so you're not just like walking around doing a quest on like the 3rd day of Dead Man and a clan just jumps out and fucks you up.
Another thing they're doing is normal Dead Man mode. Before this, they would have like everybody would go to the blood rune spawn in Wilderness. What's it called? Anna Carl.
The demonic ruins, Anna Carl.
Yes. Yeah. So everybody would end up there with like 250 people, I think, and they would just like start killing each other until it's kind of weeded down to a certain amount of people.
Right.
Once that happens, you all spawn and you do 1v1s until you have the winner, right? This one here, what they're going to do is the top 2,048 players will go into the 1v1.
That's amazing to hear. Amazing. Yeah. So ambitious.
And like I think Aiza was saying, like, to be able to like cast that, like be a like watching it and talking about it and all that stuff is so difficult because everybody's just chugging brews. Everybody's just ragging and bolting everybody. You know what I mean? It's just so hectic and it's just so RNG.
And it's clans. Like even like Sea Engineer and Solo Mission, who I religiously watch, they would say like, and Torvesta too, they would be like in their videos, for this event I joined insert clan name. Like they would also join a clan just to be able to survive to get into the 1v1s. It was inevitable. It was
required, pretty much.
It was required because you had to be a part of somebody. Yeah.
So
definitely a shit show.
Clan mode. Well, it's still usually clans also like pool all the resources and then give all the best resources to whoever they think's going to be
and I'm
best.
sure that's still going to be a thing. They're going to pool together the best sigils. Someone's going to get an Ellie. Someone's going to get a Kodai, right? I mean, these things are going to come into the game and be sold for a lot of money.
Right.
It's going to be happening, but
yeah.
2,048 people is amazing. That gives a lot of people a shot to enter the 1v1s, which will not be streamed. It probably won't be streamed until they get down to 128 or 256 people remaining.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know it's not going to be a shit show barrage fest in the demonic ruins until it gets down to 128.
So, of course, as well, with DMM, they're going to be doing the prize pool, $32,000 this time, which is pretty crazy. $20,000 to first place.
That's so much money. Let me ask you this. Why do they, and have they always done a prize pool for DMM, but not leagues?
I think they have always done a prize pool for DMM. I don't know.
Why?
Maybe because there's just one person. I have no idea.
One person. There's an actual, one single winner. But wouldn't people still play DMM without?
Yeah.
Without the.
Don't know why they do it. Because I think they want it to be like an esports game, kind of. So they want to have a prize pool for the winners.
I get it.
But 20,000 first place, 10,000 second place, which is crazy still. Third and fourth is $1,000 each, and then fifth through 16th place is 12 months of membership each.
That's crazy.
Not too bad. Yeah,
that's actually insane. Yeah, they definitely do a good job with providing prizes for certain competitions. I know they do it for the first people to reach these combat achievement tiers, the first person to get easy through Grandmaster, there was a prize, membership and all that. Mm-hmm. They did that for the 6 Jad challenge, whoever got the most creative way of killing them, things like that. So they do give a shit ton of money out.
Yeah, they do. Well, they make a ton of money, so makes sense.
That they do.
Let's move on to Group Ironman, though. That's another thing that they mentioned in the summer reveal, which everybody was kind of expecting. But what are your thoughts? Are we going to be doing it?
I am not going to be doing Group Ironman. I've made my mind for a little while now.
Definitely not either.
I used to be about it. Used to even have an idea of who my team would be. But this was well over a year ago. Mm-hmm. Nope, not anymore. It's very time consuming, very volatile. Anytime you deal with other people who don't live under your roof, it's you know, people have jobs, careers, the wife, the dog, the white picket fence. So
did you see that video that Jimmy made with all the other content creators?
I did. That was really good.
It's really good. And it's kind of highlighted some points that
I'm surprised they played it, because that video that they played during today's live stream was very accurate. It was a kind of putting it was almost like I'm thinking of the video of the kinds of people you see at the gym. You have the super strong guy who, all the different kinds of people. So right. You've got the teams who are just the super sweaty, amazing streamers who are so good at the game. By the third day, they already have a Dragon Warhammer and they're doing God Wars. And they had Bodhi and solo mission voice there. And then you have the casuals. You have the people who are just leeching, just straight up you've got my 1,000 spider eggs, right?
Yeah.
I ordered them yesterday, Brian.
Why aren't they in the bank?
And then you have the people who are just stealing from other people in the bank.
Swampathletics, right?
Yeah.
He's like, wait, I just chopped 100 maple logs. Where are those? Oh, I just burnt them all. What?
I just burnt your logs. I need a fire making experience, right? So it's gonna be pretty much guys, make your teams at your own risk. Don't expect this game mode to last years and years, because realistically it won't, unless you just have a 1 in a million kind of friend group.
Yeah.
That's unmatched by anything else.
Yeah.
So not my thing. I'm going to love to watch it on Twitch and on YouTube, but that's about it.
That's about it. Honestly, yeah. We're just not about Group Ironman, but I'm sure
the way I've heard it put was this content was so long overdue. We expected it and wanted it back in 2019. We're just now getting it at the very end of 2021, if not early 2022.
It's fall.
Yeah,
they're
saying
2022. That's what they said, mid-fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so mid-fall.
Yeah.
So great. There's going to be a competitive nature to it, of course, because there will be a section on the high scores for it. And I'm sure there's going to be freaks out there who make alt accounts, and it's going to be themselves and their 4 alts in a 5-man team, competing for high score spots. So,
yeah. Let's jump into Leagues 3, though. Leagues 3 is a big one that they revealed that everybody was kind of expecting and everybody's really hyped about.
Yep.
And I did write some stuff down that I thought was very interesting, but they didn't really give a time frame, I don't think. I couldn't find anywhere of when it would be coming out.
I think just naturally leagues have always come out at the end of like October, November-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Or like maybe mid-November. I don't know. I think they pushed it back with Trailblazers.
Right. But
anyways,
6 weeks.
Which is the best news ever. I remember during Twisted League, which was the first one, it lasted for 8 weeks, and we were grinding. It felt a little bit too long. Trailblazer, they really fucked us by making it 10 weeks. Trailblazer was 30 times more fun than Twisted League ever was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 10 weeks long. It was too much grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For anyone who's never played leagues, it's a double-edged sword because you are going to have too much fun to the point where it's going to be a problem, maybe even in your personal life.
Did you hear that thunder?
No, I didn't hear the thunder. No, man. Storm's coming my way.
Yep.
In Leagues 3, thank God they made it 6 weeks long. Perfect. 6 is that nice sweet spot. Even if you join the party late, like in a matter of 5 to 6 days, you will become an endgame Iron Man who is ready to do raids. So that's the beauty of it. Any content you ever want to try in the game, start a Leagues account, you can try the content. Whether it be God Wars, Cox, Tob, whatever. I don't want to hear for anyone, I don't know how to do Tob. Literally learn how to do Tob with OP relics.
And what's cool about this leagues, like LT said, you can do whatever you want. So there's no restrictions based on where you're going. So there's no like map restrictions at all, which is really cool for this one. No area restrictions, but there are locked bosses, if that makes sense. And you have to unlock them based on unlock points that you gain by doing tasks. So there is some strategy involved in like which bosses you want to unlock first, and it's kind of like a diminishing point return, if that makes sense. So, you're going to get a lot of points early on, and then as you progress, it's going to get harder to get those tasks, obviously. So you're going to get less and less points. So you don't want to just like blow all your points on some easy bosses, and then whenever you get to raids or something, you can't afford to do it without grinding out some really difficult tasks, for example. Some strategy involved in that. Some theory crafting definitely is going to be going on from LT probably. You're going to be playing it, I'm assuming?
I will be playing it probably not as hard as I was doing Trailblazer. I was going, I took a week off of work. I was very dedicated into that. I'll probably be very dedicated to this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if I fail to get the top 1% Dragon rank this time around, which is fine. Right. Leagues is a very time-consuming thing. You get what you pay for. As far as time goes, the more time you put into it, the more you get out of it.
Right.
You play a lot, you can max an account, and that's actually what I did. Last year.
The last leagues had relics that you could unlock once you reach a certain tier, and those would boost your account by, making your weapons faster or doing some sort of effect at that, or like a last recall, which they did mention might be in the new leagues.
I don't think last recall will be in here. I don't know if they like the idea of recycling content like that.
He said a maybe because it's so popular. I don't know. We'll see. But they did relics last league. This league they're going to do fragments, they're calling it.
Yeah.
It's like a relic. It's like a weaker version of a relic, but it can be combined with other fragments to create potentially stronger than the last league relics.
I didn't understand if you can get these fragments from just like RNG drops from bosses or like random finds from skilling.
So RNG drops from bosses, from clue scrolls, from skilling, from anything like that. Anything.
Okay, so doing content kind of gets you. So effectively, it's the same thing because normally you do content as a means of completing tasks. It was a very clear-cut system for the past 2 leagues. Is you do these tasks, you do so many, you get the unlocks.
Right. This one, it's kind of, just you get them as you progress via drops, skills, whatever you want to do. So interesting. Some, for example, take 50% less poison damage, and that has some other base group effects or something like that. And if you get some more with the group, it increases it and whatever. But it could potentially be a lot stronger, so that's very interesting. And they also said there's going to be some skill restrictions starting off. They said 3 skills at the start.
Yeah, what's
and
up with that?
They didn't say which ones. They said just probably some high priority skills that you need right off the start.
What if everyone...
I
could see us all on the same playing field. Like we're all limited to just being able to level thieving, agility, and mining. No, but then we're all just running to the same freaking mine and Lumbridge and competing for it. Doesn't make
I'm
any
thinking
sense.
It's going to be like strength, thieving, and fishing maybe? I don't know. Something like that.
I don't get what's the point of them restricting the skills we can train?
I don't know.
Just seems a little off. Unless we can pick it. If we can choose it, then that would make more sense. That's more of a trailblazer, you kind of forge your own path kind of deal. Yeah. I do want to apologize. There is some thunder going on in the background, so you might hear that. Yeah. Can't help it. How dare you? How dare you? I'm looking forward to it. This seems very flexible. The fact that the whole game map is open, just like Trailblazer kind of effectively was. You can pick your regions. Like chambers and stuff. Oh, there's no Corrid? There is Corrid. Everything's available. Right. For this one. Yeah. Right. But that's the beauty, is like, I've already done chambers. So you can unlock it and just knock out some chambers or something. Right, if I want to get better at chambers. So this is good. There's no right or wrong answer for this league. Whatever the hell you want to do, if you want to become a God War specialist, which I had a lot of opportunity to spend. I spent a lot of time in God War's last league because I took, Mythycle, Mythycle? Not the starting region. Kandrin. Oh man, what was the other one? Kandrin and Asgarnia. Asgarnia. Kandrin, Asgarnia, Mortania. Yeah, that's what I unlocked. Yeah. So you can just become your specialist there. It's gonna be fun. I'm already getting excited thinking about this. And whatever restrictions they put, that's up to their creative juices, hopefully. And they did such a good job with all the relics last year. I'm sure this year the relics are going to be amazing. Even though Mod Flippy or Arcane, I forget who it was, he hinted at Last Recall, which was the OP relic last year, which pretty much allowed you to like teleport back to your location. So let's say you are at the God War's lair. You kill Corrid. Your stats are low. So you teleport to your house. And then you use this Last Recall orb to get right back to Corrid. Literally right back to Corrid. So yeah, whenever you hear anyone talk about Last Recall, that's what that means. And that's what allowed me to do 5,000 Azami KC and not get the pet, sadly. Yeah. I'll say this. I am not going to do leagues unless I down the hardcore beforehand. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, guys, Killer Rob, please. We'll see. I get that. Yeah. There's so much shit to do in the main game at this point. Mm-hmm. And it's permanent. Especially with there. Unless you die, but yeah. Yeah, there's so much to do. Leagues is very time consuming. It's a fantastic break. And I think most accounts could use leagues as a strategic way of learning something else and to take a break from their usual grind, because that grind's always going to be there. No matter what stage in your account you're in, from our clan members who just made hardcores to me, who's an endgame iron, I could very well start pet hunting at this stage. The break is awesome because I think I mentioned it last week, like getting burnt out is pretty easy at any stage, really. Yeah, agreed. Let's go to Raids 3. That's the biggest one, I think. It's the very last one they mentioned. It's kind of the finale, and it's definitely has the most hype about it. I was pretty confident that we would hear about Raids 3. I just feel like it was the right place and time. It would have been a very blue ball moment for them to not include Raids 3 earlier today. Agreed.
I don't know how I feel about it though. I'm gonna have to see it in action or have it come out. It didn't live up to the hype, I don't think.
Well, and I don't have a frame of reference. I was not around for the release of Chambers. I wasn't around for the release of Top. I was barely playing the game when the Inferno was released. So
yeah,
I
was there for both, but I don't remember Chambers. I remember TOB being released. But.
Yeah, like, because Chambers is just such a classic. It's going to always, I say this, like, every time I mention Chambers, it will live through the test of time. Love it or hate it, it's an amazing piece of content.
Yeah. But this one's called The Tombs of Damascus. Damascus?
Not Damascus, the city in Syria?
The capital of Syria.
It's capital
Damascus.
Syria.
Damascus. That's right.
So TOA, basically. It's going to boil down to The Tombs of Damascus, TOA.
Oh, yeah. TOB, TOA. Wow. Okay.
Ooh, right. TOB, TOA. I like it.
So it says for groups of up to 8. That's huge.
I don't know why
TOB's max is 5.
Do we know if it's 8? 8 is the max? I think 8 just might be like...
It says up to 8. That's what they put in the modcast.
Yeah, up to 8. So no more than 8.
No more than 8. TOB is no more than 5. Chambers is however no more than 100, right? But
yeah, I was kind of looking forward to just any combination, because that's what I like about Chambers is, like, if you want to do a 3 plus 97, fucking do a 3 plus 97.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought the way I heard it was like gonna be best played from 1 to 8 players. You could do more.
So I took that off of like the actual screenshot or the PowerPoint presentation, basically, of 4 groups of up to 8. But I don't know if things will change. Probably we'll see how it goes. But there's probably going to be a meta around like 4 or 5 anyways. But yeah.
8 makes me think back to MySpace. You had to pick your top 8 on the page for anyone who's a boomer like me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your middle school friends
page, dude, was killing it.
Yeah, your middle school friends would see you the next day and they'd be like, why am I not in your top 8?
Yeah.
I don't know who
came
else.
on mine, dude. You got some Linkin Park going, some very loud Linkin Park.
Dude, I customized the shit out of my page. I made I have a whole story, but I made a fake page for a Russian hip hop group, but that is a whole different story.
Wow. Okay, we'll save that for the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
It says so there's like an upper level and a lower level for this raid. 4 initial challenges in the upper level, and then you move down to the lower level after the upper level. And there's like a final twin boss in the lower level, and basically the difficulty and rewards, they scale with things called invocations. And this is why I'm not sure how I feel about it, just because of all these new things, which change is hard to do. Of course, it's hard to I
feel
accept.
Very similar. Yep, I'm with you already.
So these things called invocations, which is basically a series of buffs and debuffs to players and bosses that you can choose. So you can make it a bit more difficult, and if you do that, you'll get more rewards from it. I'm not sure, but yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like, imagine walking into Chambers of Xeric and saying, I want my shamans to be a little easier. I don't feel like sweating at shamans today, but
yeah.
I love Vasa. I'm going to make Vasa really hard. And I heard, according to Joe Schmo, who ran all the numbers, that if you put a higher multiplier on Vasa, there's more points, and you have a better chance of getting a T-bow. Mm-hmm. So it's too much. It seems like...
It's a lot.
I'm the kind of guy who... I walk into a restaurant, I open up the menu, I want that menu to be 1 page long. This whole bullshit Olive Garden 14-page long menu, fuck off. Sorry.
Dude, I'm so indecisive. I completely agree. I'm so indecisive when it comes to picking food. I just want it to be picked
That
for
is
me,
when
basically.
I look at the waitress or the waiter when they come up and I say, what's the most popular dish? That's it.
Right.
I either ask what's the most popular dish or what's your favorite dish. I just go with most popular because...
What's your favorite usually is a cop-out because they're like, oh, I like this.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Random thing.
It could be something very strange. I don't trust them that much.
Or they usually don't even tell you their favorite. It's usually just like, I like this.
They might say, oh, I don't even know. I just started here 2 days ago.
Having worked at a restaurant, it's like, oh, I really like this. And in actuality, I'm like, no. But
so we'll see. We'll see. It's
they have like some sneak peeks for rewards, which is pretty cool. I like the idea of these. But they have like a wand that's going to attack really fast for 3 times. So 3 fast attacks and then 1 slower, stronger attack.
Yeah. Attack speed has been something I've been very keen on this year. From Phazani's Nightmare to just becoming a better player in general in 2021. Like at Phazani's, ticks are important because you have to kill those husks fast. So people literally bring like event RPGs, which is a free toy weapon you can get from Diango. It's a 3-tick melee weapon, and then you can go into your 4-tick So it's interesting because this wand is going to apparently attack in 2 ticks, which is the speed of a freaking blowpipe. 3 attacks in a row, 2 ticks, 2 ticks, 2 ticks, and then it goes into a slower attack speed, and then it does like some sort of one-shot thing.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It'll be interesting. And they also have another sneak peek for a new like ward that you can have on your shield slot. It's going to be best in slot mage offhand needs to be repaired with this. Get it? Ready? With an arcane sigil and some runes, they said.
Unbelievable. So, where did they come up with this shit? I think I'm starting to feel worse and worse about this the more time goes on. And I'm not saying this because I don't have an arcane. I don't give a shit about that. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I'll get an arcane, no problem. But it doesn't make any sense to me where the arcane spirit shield, which I don't even know what it costs, 120, 130, 150 million GP. What does that have anything to do with Raids 3?
Well, nothing, but it has things to do with magic, you know? It's the best in slot magic shield at the moment.
Why not make the Fossil Island Wyvern Visage or my Mage's Book? Why can't my Mage's Book have this new offhand attachment from Raids 3?
You know why? Because if that happened, the Arcane Sigil would just plummet in price. It would never. It would no longer be the best in slot. So
that's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. Okay. This new offhand doesn't even have to be best accuracy. See, look. The Arcane
best
Spirit Shield,
and I think it gives some magic damage as well. I think.
What? This new thing?
The proposed one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This new proposed offhand could just have some magic damage boost. There's no magic offhand with damage boost. We've got.
I think it gives you both at the moment.
See, yeah, and that's what's going to make this thing like 1 billion GP on release. I just don't get the arcane needing to power it. It's a little.
Yeah.
It's a little wild. It does make Corp more relevant, but like, geez, to Iron Men who irons don't touch Corp until
in game for sure.
It just depends on like what kind of iron you are. Some don't even touch it until they're done with Top, done with Cox, even done with Nightmare now.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. And as a main account, this will probably be an offhand that's not really necessary. It'll be a very like expensive luxury item. Like the Bofa, I would recommend any account to own the new bow.
Right.
This mage offhand just sounds so juicy, but it may not be realistic for most people to own.
Yeah.
It's going to be very expensive. Like 500 plus mil, probably easily on release.
And I do want to say this too. I was watching the modcast and I thought it was a really funny moment that I don't know if everybody got. But they're talking about Raids 3 and then Husky was like, now everybody can stop bugging us with Raids 3 questions, you know what I mean? And somebody in the chat was like, Raids 4. And they kind of like laughed, you know. And they're like, oh, we wouldn't call it Raids 4. It'd probably be like Raids Chronicles or something like that. And we're like, okay, you know. And from the background, somebody in the studio was like, Raid Shadow Legends. And they all kind of like looked at him and were like, I don't know. It was kind of like, that's funny, but also don't advertise them on the stream.
Some guy,
it was really funny.
Rob was telling me this. I did not hear it during the live stream, but that's kind of awkward.
He's like, Raid Shadow Legends is holy shit.
Holy shit. There's no way that just happened.
Yeah, dude. Lightning just
I just fucking... Whoa.
I just jumped, man. That was scary. That'll be in the podcast.
Oh my god. I'm worried right now.
All right, let's wrap this up, all right?
Jesus, dude.
I'm sure Penny and Madison, I'm sure, are like huddled up and scared. I got to get to them.
God, that was so loud.
Let's go on with the emails that we got here.
You're gonna have to adjust all those volumes, man, in post-production.
I know, right?
my OMG was like super loud. I see in Audacity. Oh boy. Okay,
right.
Rob's alive. You're alive, right?
I'm alive.
Okay.
Real quick, before we get into the emails, they're also mentioned offhand that they're going to start allowing Iron Men in the regular game to start allowing visitors in the Iron Man house. So that's pretty cool. All right. You want to read the first email?
Yes, I will. By the way, when that happens, party at my POH.
Nice.
All right, Mr. Blazer is our first letter from Tutorial Island. He says, "Hey guys, it's Blazer, aka Blazer. Been listening to the podcast for a hot minute now, and just wanted to say that I have been really loving the content and community that's sprung up around it. I think a couple of times now LT has had a gin on the podcast and reminded me of a mixed drink that's popular at my house, consisting of gin, ginger beer, which is a spicy ginger soda, right? Mm-hmm. A splash of grapefruit juice, and a wedge of lime. It's super tasty and refreshing, and I would definitely recommend it if you like gin and ginger."
Sounds delicious.
So, grapefruit juice, gin, ginger beer, lime.
That sounds delicious.
Does sound tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Now for RuneScape question. There's so many NPCs that populate the world, and many of them have interesting, unique, and sometimes wacky names. Which NPC's names, if any, is your favorite? Mine would definitely have to be the gnome gardener looking after the Brimhaven Spirit tree patch, Preston Ebola. The first time I saw him, I did a double take of just how ridiculous his name is. Anyways, I hope y'all are having a great night, and thanks for the entertaining content that you guys chum out week after week. Being a part of a community you guys have created definitely keeps me motivated on the grind and enjoying RuneScape more than ever. Until next time, Blazer. Yes, and I have had... So there's an insane amount of crazy NPC names. I am pulling one up right now. I apologize for the keyboard in the background. Just give me 2 seconds. I have been pretty close and personal with this NPC, and I believe he has a crazy name.
Jane?
It's not Guildmaster Jane.
You said close and personal, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just recently, yesterday, achieved 250 Zami KC. The only reason I didn't have 250 Zami KC, which is a task, that's why I did it, is because I got Mega Spoon there. Big surprise. But I got 250 Zami KC, and his mage minion is named Balfrug Kriyath. I guess it's not as crazy as Mr. Ebola, but Balfrug, Balfrug, space, Kree, like Kree, Yath. So, crazy guy. Yeah. But also, his other minions are called Stenan, Karlak, and Zakiln Grinch. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, those names are nuts.
Yeah.
I like all the Falador Guard names. You know what I'm talking about? The Certifi.
Survivin. Cirque.
Those are all cool and nice and kind of a funny play on words. So I like those a lot. Nothing as ridiculous, though, as Preston Ebola.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Your friend Ebola is... And he's a gardener?
Yeah.
He's looking after the Brimhaven patch?
I'll have to give him a look next time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks,
That's
Blazer.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, so someone sits there and comes up with these names. And that's the scary part, because these are the same people who are, like, giving us content. So
Right. Next we have Shrek, our boy Shrek here. He says, "What's up, Trihards? Shrek here, and I feel like it's time to write to you guys. First time writing, I think. On a side note, my RuneScape name was made as a joke when I first made my account, and now it's funny in that it's sort of my identity. Anywho, love the podcast." He mentioned how he wanted to change it. I don't know if that's still a thing, but some of my favorite moments have been learning about the different and intricate ways to consume cottage cheese and the heated controversies it entails statewide. The different procedures we go through when using the microwave. I'm also a start, pull out early if we need type of guy. Okay, yeah, word. And apparently Pickle's a chaser.
Don't even get me started, bro. Like I'm so sick of this pickle thing. I'm not sick of it, but like, oh God, I was thinking about it late last night after getting off the Discord with you guys, like how uncultured you guys are to be like, oh my God, how dare you? First of all, apparently people don't even like pickles, period. Like,
no, I don't.
What?
I don't eat pickles.
What?
Nope.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I don't know. I grew up in a house. I grew up in a culture where like you eat everything. You don't say no to any food ever. Like pickles, yes, sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Like anything. But also, I don't know. It's just, anyways, I can go on a whole rant.
He has some more here. He says, love the community you guys have built, and it's been real fun being a part of it. The clan really has inspired and helped my growth quite a bit. Got a few questions for you guys. Number 1, if you had the option of Chinese, Mexican, and Italian, and you could only eat one for the rest of time, what are you going for? Easily Mexican for me. Let's go ahead and answer these one by one. I would say, dude, Mexican's like definitely a good choice. Italians, you can't go wrong with. Chinese is so good too. It's such a hard question.
I'm gonna go with Chinese.
Okay.
I love Chinese mall food, but also like some of the like I guess more quality stuff. I'm thinking it's not Chinese, but I'm thinking like Korean barbecue is just so freaking delicious. But yeah,
it's not Chinese, dude. But all right.
I know. But like, wouldn't they have similar platters though?
I don't think so.
Listen, no matter what, when you go to either a Mexican or Asian restaurant, they give you so much volume of food. It's actually absurd.
Yeah.
They're just feeding you to give you diabetes, man. It's so bad.
So good.
You have to tell them to like, I almost want to tell them like, can you not give me 3 kilograms of food, please? Like that I'm only paying $8 for. Oh, Rob's camera just froze. Okay, no, he's good. He's back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I want to go with Mexican as well. We'll team up there. I think Mexican's a pretty.
No, I'm picking Chinese.
I'm picking Mexican. Shrek is picking Mexican, so we're teaming up there against you.
Okay, gotcha.
It's hard to go wrong with some good Mexican food, to be honest. So, and there's a lot of variety as well. So you got some beans, some rice. You got quesadillas, tacos, chimichanga, enchilada, all the above. And there's just so much. Italian food is good, but I feel like you're gonna get tired of Italian food pretty fast.
All right, do you know where this is from?
What?
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkey, rabbit.
No. What is it?
You've seen the meme. It's like it's the lady who's giving a sermon at a church, and this will come up on like TikTok or Instagram every Thanksgiving time. She's giving okay, the backstory, because I actually found the sermon on YouTube. It's like a 20-minute video, but okay, it's all very irrelevant, but it's one of those like viral YouTube videos that made it into like a catchy song.
Okay.
But she's like she's stating all the things that she's grateful for, but it's around Thanksgiving time. She's like, I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkey.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, hogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Okay, anyways.
Second question. What set of blessed DI do you think looks the swaggest? Definitely the Zamorak. For sure.
Yeah, Zammy or Sarah. I think
Sarah looks cool too. Yeah.
Arma just washes you out. It's too white. Ancient is like
Ancient looks stupid.
Ancient and Bandos are for the cheap normies, like broke ass normies. I think also Guthix is all very cheap too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just spend a little bit more money, guys. Just a tiny do a couple more contracts.
Come to a couple more clan drop parties.
Yeah, oh my god, we dropped 120 million GP at our 200 member. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention this. We had 100 mil drop party last night to celebrate 200 clan members, and then Rob, out of the goodness of his heart, was like, "Hey, who didn't get anything?" And then whoever didn't get a drop because, for whatever reason, it's RNG. They're on the ground. You just got to run to it.
Right.
Rob gave 20 mil and stuff to random people who didn't pick anything up.
Yeah. So come to some of those. Third question. What song, if any, would be your theme song or describes you and would bang in any room you walked into?
I don't have a theme song. I have a lot of bangers that I could, I literally dance to while I'm taking a shower. And I go nuts. Okay. So any one of those,
you don't know
ping
mine?
me on Discord. I'll send you my playlist.
You don't know mine?
What's yours? Dude, is that Thunder?
Yeah.
What's going on out there,
it's
man?
going crazy over here, man.
Bro, what is happening? Are you okay?
I'm all right. So it's a song called Bubblegum KK.
Shut the fuck up.
Look it up, guys, on Spotify. OSRS Beats, actually the man himself, is the creator. It's a banger. It'll set any mood.
Don't do it.
It'll set any mood, dude. It's if you played Animal Crossing back in the day, you'll know what I'm talking about, all right?
Oh my god. Wait, back in the day, isn't it still relevant?
I guess it is now, yeah. You're right. With the Switch.
Okay, OSRS Beats, obviously, who makes our intro outro music. We use his stuff for our Patreon episodes. We couldn't find one of the songs last night. So we were like, what was the usual intro that we use? We couldn't find it. And then Rob is like, is this Bubblegum KK? I
Dude,
find it
awesome.
super... I don't know.
It's so awesome. I love it,
It's
dude.
straight. It's what you would expect to come straight out of Animal Crossing.
Yeah. With a little,
Give it a
weird,
listen.
unintelligible language.
Yeah.
And he says, alrighty, that's enough for now. Thanks for the podcast. Stay alive, Rob, and maybe I'll find more Dragon MSLT.
Yeah, thank
You
you.
hear that lightning?
I hear it. I wasn't hearing it half an hour ago when you first mentioned it was thundering, but
It's getting louder, yeah.
yeah, super loud now. Yeah, thank you to anyone who finds Dragon Implings, and usually if I have the clan chat open and I see that someone calls a DM spawn, I'm always right there.
Okay, we got a next
Yes.
one here.
Next email from Mr. Voki. I think it's his first time emailing in. Mr. Voki says, "Hi there. I've been a long time listener of the podcast, and you guys are my lifeline to the news coming to OSRS. I'm hoping I could join the clan and rep the Trihards with all the bang standing."
Nice.
Well, why are you bang standing is what I'm wondering.
Well,
my question for you guys
He's
is...
grinding out 99 crafting or something, man. Come on.
Okay. He's blowing glass. He's blowing. My question for you guys is, if you could cast any spell in the game and in real life, what would you choose? No runes needed. Personally, telekinetic grab would be my go-to. Yeah, it's a really good one. Thanks for everything and keep up the amazing work, Voki Sauce.
You don't know mine?
I don't want to... What?
Bake pie, for sure.
Bake pie.
I'm just playing.
But you have to have an uncooked pie.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's instant, but you got to have the uncooked pie.
Maybe Dream, dude. Dream's an underrated spell. If I could just go to
What the hell is
sleep.
Dream?
It puts you to sleep and it makes your run energy restore. Or your HP. It makes your
No,
HP
I got it.
restore 4 times faster.
All right, fuck all that. I got it. NPC contact.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But there are no NPCs in the real
Yeah.
life, so
You just talk to the
non-player
the dark mage.
character. Maybe I could contact I don't know. It depends. If
know.
NPC contact doesn't count, maybe Entangle, Ice Barrage.
Dude, okay, I think lunar spells are definitely the go-to book to choose from, just because it's kind of nice. You can cure plants, you can heal other people, you can cure other people. Those are, I think,
That's
are
true.
pretty cool.
Avenge.
Vengeance. Somebody
can
punches you,
avenge?
bro. Somebody punches you. Doesn't know what's
Wait
coming.
a minute. What about Arceus, dude? Thralls?
Ooh, you have a little menu.
Ooh. See, you could have summon a little thing next to you that could fight alongside you.
I definitely need resurrect crops, dude. My plants outside are all dead, dude. I need that.
They're okay. So resurrect crops for Rob, and I'll pick a range thrall.
Okay, all right.
I'll pick the range thrall. He looks very badass. He's kind of discreet. The mage thrall makes way too much noise. Yeah, very, very loud.
Nice question. Thank you.
Yeah, good question. I do like telekinetic grab though. That's probably the most practical.
I didn't want to copy. but
Yeah.
probably
All
the
right,
best.
last but not least.
Kyle here. He says, "Hey, library cop and resident potato.
Got him.
Hope school and life have been treating you well. If you got sucked into the world of Gielinor one day to live out the rest of your life as an NPC, where would you want to live, and what would you want your role to be? Or is there any NPC whose role you'd rather take over instead, i.e. being the new Guildmaster Jayne? Personally, I think I'd want to be a fisherman in the fishing guild, spending all day fishing without a worry in the world, with some decent scenery to boot. Sounds pretty legit. Curious to hear what you guys pick. Much love as always, Kyle." LT, who are you thinking?
I did pace my house earlier and did think about this one. I'm going to go with Sergeant Damien, the guy who makes you do push-ups, sit-ups, star jumps.
The demon guy.
The demon guy, yeah. Sergeant Damien, yeah.
Okay. You just want to yell at people, dude, and just tell them.
Who doesn't want to like shout orders at others? I think there's a certain beauty to that. You're fit. You are feared.
Yeah.
Maybe not respected, but you're feared. That's okay. That's good enough. I like Kyle's strategy. Kyle is obviously a nature-loving guy. He likes, on a dock, on the beach. That seems like his cup of tea. So I respect the fishing guild. I was gonna pick the farming guild just so I can stare at Jayne all day. I don't know if that's what would be realistic.
Yeah.
Eventually, after looking at her too much, I might get bored. I thought about maybe being the NPC that takes care of the tree patch next to Neve. So I could like check out Neve all day, maybe steal her Elysian off of her.
Okay.
I got really deep with this one, man. But I think I'm going to go with Sergeant Damien. I'm feared and I'm fit. And people, you would say like people might avoid me because who wants to do push-ups? But some people, like myself, want to fill out their costume chest and their POH, and they want the full outfit.
Yeah,
So,
I was thinking, dude. I was thinking that you'd just be dismissed all the time.
hey,
right?
No, people still do it. I mean,
Okay.
who doesn't want the full camo outfit? If you don't have it,
I don't want it.
you don't want it.
I don't even have the emotes, dude. I just dismiss it every time on this.
Are you serious? How do you not have to do emotes, bro? Just do it.
It just doesn't.
All right,
doesn't excite me.
whatever.
Sorry, bro. You're getting dismissed. All right, LT.
Shit.
So I have been thinking about this for the past 45 seconds.
Okay.
Just from my thoughts here, and you have some good ones, LT, but you obviously don't want to be an NPC that dies all the time. So like Verzik's out of the question, right? People just like smacking you around all the time. You don't want that.
Yeah, for real.
I was thinking like a nice little cushy job, right? Like a king somewhere, like King Rolled.
Oh, he's an asshole, dude.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, it's cushy. He's a king. He's a king.
it's cushy. Like a king somewhere, dude. So, something like that. Oh, you know who? King Percival, dude. In the Fisher's Realm.
Really?
I think so. That'd be
Well,
nice.
after his castle has been.
After,
Yeah.
for sure,
Not the before King Percival. Yeah.
Beautiful castle. You're isolated. You got a little blackguard. No, you don't afterwards. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. Nice
He
little
seems
cushy job.
lonely. At least King Roald has a nice garden. But he hates the garden.
He hates it. Yeah.
Yeah. You
He's
go
a
to
little
Nightmare
asshole,
Zone.
dude.
He's. I was thinking, what about the mysterious stranger who stands right outside of Theater of Blood, and he just gets to watch all the noobs come out. They just wiped. They got to pay $100K to get their shit back.
And you just
And
say
maybe
like sit every time.
Yeah, maybe he even has access to watch theater. I would love to watch TOB all day. I like watching it on Twitch. Like that's good content, you know. All the boss fights. Watch people.
Okay, guys. So sorry about the very abrupt DC that we both just had. I think LT DC'd a little bit. I've got this.
I DC'd.
I've got this like monsoon out the window right here. So we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna pick King Percival. All right, don't talk me out of it. But I do want to just mention real quick. We have at the moment 217 clan members. So thank you guys for joining the clan. You can always join as a guest and then just ask one of us. We'll invite you. Let's see here. So I made some good progress though. Right after the last podcast, right when we finished recording.
Oh, huge.
Me and LT normally do this. We go and do some crazy shit. I don't know. Every single time we finish up a podcast, it's always like, oh, let's go PKing on the Iron Man, or let's go. I don't know. It's always something crazy.
Yeah.
But we went to Chaos Fanatic on my hardcore, and I died. No, I'm just kidding. But Chaos Fanatic died a total of 70 times. So we got 70 KC there, which made me front page rank 19. I also got the Chaos Ellie pet. So
unreal, dude. Like
huge.
Actually disgusting. On a hardcore rank or KC 40 something, I look down to the clan chat and I see like Dream to Die has received the Chaos Element. And from killing Chaos Fanatic, it's a 1 in 1,000. It's only 1 in 300 from the Chaos Elemental boss, but
right.
1 in 1,000, same rate as like getting a Hydra Claw. Motherfucker got it at 47 something KC.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy. On a hardcore just makes it so much more impressive.
So now it's a big flex. Just walk around on the hardcore with the Chaos Ellie pet and the Wilderness, Mage Arena 2 cape, and I don't know, but a lot of fun. And I also, another big spoon, Dragon Warhammer, because I got Lizardman tasks as a Slayer task, like 5-6N, dude, from that task. Got the Dragon Warhammer at 317 KC total.
Unreal.
Lizardman Shamans. Now, I am 9k KC on my other Iron Man that doesn't have it yet, so I was due one, if you want to think about RNG like that. But
in a funny way, like the fact that your end game Iron has done 9,000 kills without it. Yeah. I guess it does. I mean, honestly, your hardcore is everything. Your end game Iron.
I literally have like Butterfly to Staff that I don't have on the in-game Iron. I have Dragon Warhammer I don't have on the in-game Iron. I have a Chaos Elemental pet, dude, which I got on the in-game Iron and I got PK'd right away.
And you got PK'd for it. Oh, shit.
So, yeah, dude. It's so funny.
This is it. This hardcore this is everything, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna trump your freaking endgame. Oh, that's crazy. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, a few of us were out there. If you want to join in on the fun, you just have to catch Rob and I in Discord at the right opportune time. Yeah. You know, Friday, Saturday nights, we might be doing some crazy shit. We had a conversation, and it went something like this. What boss can I kill to get me front page?
Yeah.
And I thought of Deranged Archaeologist first, but that's
right.
too easy because so many other hardcores want the same thing.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what about Chaos Fanatic? At the time, Rob already had like 30 Chaos Fanatic KC.
27 KC? Yeah, something like that.
So we were just like, well, fuck it. Let's get 50 KC for the high scores.
Right. And then we looked at the front page, and what was it, like 60, 63, something like that?
Yeah, like getting
was
60
25
KC. Yeah, it puts you on the front page. Think about it, front page.
Yeah.
Of all hardcores, the
only
top
19
25.
other hardcores have ever gotten 70 KC.
Yeah,
crazy to think about.
So super proud of you, man. It's really not that hard to protect you. Truth be told, like we have a pretty good system. We have a very good, like laid out, tried and true plan of
right.
how to get you safe and all that, keep you safe. Call it cheating, call it what you want, but you know,
honestly, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
it's still super risky, and
that's how all achievements in game are done. Like if you think that, like, okay, Ginny, the first Iron Man to complete every Grandmaster, every combat achievement task, which happened 2 days ago, he has a support system for his tasks. You know, he's got people to bounce ideas off in theorycraft. So nobody truly stands alone. Everyone in this game has a support system to help them progress.
Yep. LC, what drops have you gotten?
Okay, guys. Well, obviously, Rob and I can't go a single week without getting Mega Spoon. So I got the Jad pet. So I'm sitting on 13 pets now.
Jeez, dude.
So that's my life.
Crazy.
I'm doing combat achievements. I have easy, medium, hard, complete. I'm 11 tasks from all elites done. I'm going to take a break after all my elites are done because all I really want is the Jad Slayer helm. At that point, I'm going to focus my attention for a few days. Hopefully be able to complete the 6 Jad challenge so I can metamorphosize my Jad pet. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Jad pet was always like 2 thumbs up, awesome pet for me.
Yeah.
But kind of like every other pet in the game, until you have it, you don't really truly appreciate it. So like, I fucking love this thing. It follows me around. It's the cutest little thing ever. It's super nostalgic. It's on the same playing field as like KQ and Corp and like God Wars pets. It's just such a iconic old school pet, to the point where once I complete the 6 Jad challenge, which is I'm not exactly lucky in the sense of like my hair, but I use the phrase, I'm going to pull all my hair out. It took me 39 attempts to complete the 5 Jad challenge. I won't be surprised if it takes me 2, 3, 4, 5, 700 attempts to do the 6 Jad challenge. But once I get it, I won't be surprised if I actually keep the Jad on the old school version, not the Inferno Jad version. Anyways, super happy to have it. 35 Jad KC, I got it.
Nice.
And other than that, I got some spoons at Zammy. I've been doing some Grotesque Guardians for the 250 KC task. Working on diaries. I'm at 279 out of 400 tasks done now.
You mean combat achievements?
Yes, sorry, combat achievements.
Right.
And super fun, man. Shout out to some people. Shout out to Chewy and Lake, who helped me with the Sire theory crafting. So much fun. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Last thing, guys. Iron Men have an advantage. Ginny, the first person to do the combat achievements, Iron Man. The second or third, and maybe the fourth person will also be Iron Men, because we already have the KC. This is why I always harp on, do your boss tasks. Normies just, they don't kill bosses. Like, they just have no reason to, but that's what puts Irons at an advantage. We will kill 1,000 Sires, 1,000 Grotesque Guardians, just because it's great loot.
We need that, yeah.
Well, yeah, and guess what? We'll end up having more pets, kind of as a result of doing all this bossing. So please do your boss tasks. Embrace it. When you hit up a new boss, check the list to see what tasks you can accomplish there. Theory craft. Ping us in the Discord if you need help. We're here to help. It's a lot of fun. You just need to like uncover the fun, if that makes sense. So. Right. Yes. Oh, and I got a jar of dreams from regular Nightmare because I was working towards the KC. Nice. And then the very next day, they ended up combining the Fazani's plus a regular Nightmare KC for that task. So I don't have to do regular Nightmare anymore. But yeah, I got a jar of dreams, which I love jars. Like I've only had Sire and Zolra jars. So I love the idea of collecting more.
Yeah.
As long as I don't get too many duplicates. So I now have a nice little Nightmare in my POH.
Nice.
And I fucked up because I've been having some like weird connection issues with my PC. So I died. I got the Nightmare jar. I did like another kill. I died during that kill. And then when I went to go collect my stuff, I had like too many things in the, like at the NPC who I had to collect from. Mm-hmm. So never, ever, ever do this. I stupidly like dropped the jar in game to like equip something else or to grab the remaining things from that death item retrieval, and I actually disconnected with the jar on the ground. I was able to log back in and pick it up, and I like ran my phone to log into mobile, but like just be super weary of little stuff like that. Lesson learned. Just and another thing, make sure like in the main game settings, you can set your item drop notifications so that like you won't even have the ability to drop expensive stuff on accident. You know, you're always going to get the warning of like, this is expensive. Are you sure you want to drop it?
Right. All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. If you're looking for a community to be part of, consider becoming a guest in our clan. Like I mentioned earlier, ask us for an invite and we'll get you in here. It's OSRS Trihards. If you want to chill and voice chat while you boss, scale, or bank stand, the Discord server is the place to be. Also, guys, send us an email with any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints at osrstrihards@gmail.com, and you may be featured on the next podcast. Also, follow us on Twitter.
And any Patreons who want to be featured on a Patreon-only episode,
Yes.
Feel free to let us know in your email if you want your email to be exclusive to Patreon episodes. These episodes are on YouTube, so check us out on there. And thank you to anyone who leaves us a like or review. We appreciate that. Shout out to OSRS Beats for his awesome music, especially Rob's favorite song. And thanks to our generous Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee supporters. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. See you guys.
Thanks. Bye.